Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Charles Salbox and this is Cuban Boxing lesson number 1. So over the course of the next few weeks, I'm going to be delivering Cuban boxing tutorials to help you along your way in your boxing development. Now, these tutorials are going to be centered around amateur boxing, but the technique also lends its hand to pro boxing. What you need to know about amateur boxing is that before you can be a boxer with boxing technique, you need to be an athlete. Speed, power, agility, balance, coordination, fitness also. And these athletic attributes are going to help you enhance your boxing technique. However, if you neglect them, well, your boxing technique is going to plateau. So let's start with the first lesson where we touch on the boxing stance and footwork. Okay guys, so the first thing I want to do is establish my boxing stance. Now, in order to do this, I need to know that if I am right-handed, then I am an orthodox boxer. And if I'm left-handed, then I'm a southpaw boxer. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to demonstrate this as an orthodox boxer. So what I want to do as a right-handed boxer is just place my feet waist width apart, and then I'm going to take a step back with my right foot. So I take a step back, and then the distance in between my feet is just about half a foot to about a foot. You can adjust this to your comfort. This is where I feel comfortable. Both feet should be parallel. I want to turn my lead foot so that it's in between the angle between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock, somewhere in between there. And then once I've done that, I rotate my back foot heel to align with my front foot toe. So they're in the same line, they're not crossing. And what I want to do with my back foot in terms of the angle is to position that between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So it won't be at 3 o'clock where it's flat like that, and it won't be 2 o'clock almost parallel with my lead foot. So I want it in between. So my lead foot and my rear foot are not parallel. Now, the next thing that I want to do is redistribute my weight going backwards. So I want 60% of my weight on my rear foot and 40% on my front foot. So I bring my weight back and you can see my rear knee starts to bend, my lead leg starts to straighten out. So what I want to do there is just bend my lead knee, and then I'm in a more stable kind of squat position here. Now, the next thing I want to do from here is raise my rear foot heel. So as you can see from the back, without lifting my hips, all I want to do is raise my heel like that, okay? And that should cause further bending in my rear knee. Change the torso position. So I rotate, remember keeping 60% on the back foot and 40% of my weight on the front leg. And now in this position, what I want to do is bring my rear elbow towards my torso and then just create a small coiled fist with my hand, and then having a slight arch from here. And then I want to bring my chin down so that my fist covers my chin. And then what I want to do with my lead arm is create some distance between my elbow and my torso. And then I want to coil my fingers. So I've got a fist created. And then I'm going to create like an iron sight. So this is where I aim, I look down so that I can track my opponent. And then this is the position that I want to be in for my boxing stance. So you can see from this angle, weight distribution, 60-40, my rear foot heel is raised and my chin is down, covered by my fist and my shoulder here. From this position, we have the responsibility of our lead arm for attack and defense. From this position, we can only use our backhand for defense. It's only until we set up our backhand with our lead hand, and that goes with misdirection, feints, everything that has to be done, and actual attacking with our lead hand. Now, speed we get from the back foot being raised. So in this position, you can see my heel is up and there's pressure on the front part of my feet. So that means that when I choose to use my backhand, I can do so with pressure created on my back foot. If I have my rear foot down, it's almost like holding the butt of a gun. And where I have my rear foot up, it's almost like placing my finger on the trigger of a gun. So you can see that the speed at which I'm able to create that action of throwing my backhand is increased by me placing my feet in this position. I can also push myself into the jab, which increases the speed of my punch as well. Now you want to differentiate the lead foot from the rear foot in terms of the lead foot is there to anchor you in this position and the rear foot is there to create the power for your punches. So with hooks, you rotate on the back foot in both directions. You rotate for the back arm and also push yourself forward for the jab. So all of these aspects of your boxing, such as the speed of your punches, your technique, your weight distribution, the responsibility of your lead hand and lead foot as compared to your rear hand and rear foot, are all based around the specific form that your boxing stance takes. Now, one particular drill that you can do for balance in terms of your rear foot, because this is an unnatural position to place your foot in, is to do a standing stalk test. So this is going to help you to balance on your rear foot whilst the heel has been raised. So what you do, you lift your knee, maintain balance in this position for about say 30 seconds, and then you raise your heel and the standing stalk drill will help you to maintain balance for as long as you need on your rear foot heel in your amateur and even pro setting. Okay guys, so the next thing that we're going to touch on is our footwork. So we need to know how to move forwards and backwards and left and right. So we're in our boxing stance. Now what we want to do in order to move forwards, we take the foot that is in front and we place the toe down and then let the heel follow, and then we bring the back foot. So toe, heel, back foot, toe, heel, back foot. Now when we're moving backwards, we move our back foot first and our front foot moves straight after. And we can make sure that our front foot comes into contact with the ground flat. Ta, ta, just from the side. So again, toe, heel, back foot, toe, heel, back foot, toe, heel, back foot. And notice guys how I'm keeping my chin in this lowered position and keeping also my hands in this position. I don't sway my hands around when I'm moving. So I'm moving backwards, toe for the back foot, then flat with the front foot. 1, 2. Okay, so that's our general movement, moving forwards and backwards. Now off to the left and to the right, what we want to do is keep our hip position in this form, and when we take our feet out to the side, ta, 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 1, 2. Okay, when we move to the right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So guys, with our footwork, what we want to understand is that when we are moving forwards, we do not move our body with that first step. We move it with our back foot. But in all other directions, we move our body with that step. It's okay to move the body with that step. So when we go to the side, we can move our body and then move our back foot. Move our body, move our back foot. And that is because we are advancing to our opponent. Obviously, when we're going backwards, boom, we can move backwards straight away. Boom. So now what we want to do is touch on our second footwork drill, and that is the pivot. The pivot is going to help us change direction. So what we do, we get into our boxing stance and we perform 2 movements for the pivot. So the first one is that we rotate the heel to the left. So 1, our lead foot hand moves slightly, and then we push with our back foot, creating a pivot point on this and rotating around here. And we use our lead hand to track where we want to keep our eyes focused on so that we know where we want to turn. Okay, and we're going to turn our lead hand through 90 degrees. So 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, and that is our pivot moving around to the left. Now our pivot moving around to the right is a little bit more difficult. So in our boxing stance, what we do is lift our lead foot heel and then push ourselves round this way, okay, with our back foot. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And again, we use our lead hand to track where we want to go. Now, what we're going to do is establish a basic boxing drill to bring both of these things that we've done. So our footwork moving forwards, backwards, left to right with our pivots. So what we do, we're always moving first of all to the camera, then to the wall, then backwards, and then back to the center point, aligning with the camera. And then what we do after that is that we perform a pivot. This is a box step. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we pivot. Then again, we move towards the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pivot. Again towards the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we pivot. Again to the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we pivot. And now the second part of this drill, so we pivot to the right. So here in our boxing stance, again we move towards the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pivot. Again to the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pivot. And guys, that drill wraps up the video for lesson number 1. I hope you've enjoyed watching and learning, and also I hope this video adds some value to your boxing development. Now guys, if you want to develop further, I advise you to watch my next upload, which should be on the channel soon. But if you want to really get ahead of the game, then I would urge you to take up, say, some online training sessions with me. You can book them on my website. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, you can join us for one of our camps that we hold in Cuba. We do this every year, and you can get in contact with me to find out more details. Now, I hope this video has obviously added value to you. And if you feel that it may be beneficial to someone else, please share the video. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed watching the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay tuned for any more uploads that I've got planned in the near future. So until my next one, peace out.